Hey, so we've got some news that Casey, Mika, and I were just on a call during the break. And Casey, let's go through the details of what it looks like is going to come up on the Senate floor, according to our sources. Two bills, one for $748 billion. There's your source, our source says total agreement on that. Emergency funding for PPP, unemployment, hospitals, vaccines, all the list. And then a second bill for $160 billion, where new state and local money will be in there, as well as liability limits. Our source, again, saying some Democrats are going to actually be on that bill, so that will allow the liability limits part to pass as well. So Mika and Casey and my source say we are going to see there's great confidence that those two bills are going to pass separately. The problem solvers are going to try to pass it all in one bill, but that is not expected to be successful. So, Casey, based on what you've heard and breaking news here, what does it look like to you? What's happening?
Well, Joe, they're trying to get over those pieces that they haven't been able to agree on. And we talked about this on the show last week, liability and state and local money. And Mitch McConnell had suggested, OK, throw that all out. We'll just do the stuff we all agree on. Democrats said, no, this is really important. We need to get this state and local money out. So this is how they're trying to break the logjam. They're putting everything we know they agree on in that larger package that you're talking about, and then they're going to break off these smaller pieces, the contentious pieces, and put them together. And it sounds to me, based on what you've learned, like there are a few Democrats who would be willing to sign on to that compromise on liability. And that seems significant to me because perhaps it would allow them to wrap this in, give them the opportunity for a separate vote. If there were enough Democrats willing to go along with that, then perhaps there would be a mechanism for them to move that. Now, of course, this is all still going to hinge on what leadership wants to do and how they're going to move forward with it on the floor. And I think some of those details are still evolving. But it does sound like there's certainly the possibility of promise here that they could actually get this done. And even if that liability and state and local money gets hung up, if they can figure out a way that's palatable for both parties to do the rest of it, that's really going to send a lot of help to Americans. That's the extension of those unemployment benefits. That's more money for PPP. These are the things that is going to help people keep food on their table. So I think it's encouraging for people who are waiting for that you got a phone call like that this morning, that there are people who are saying, OK, we think we have a path forward. Obviously, as you know well, nothing's done until everything is agreed on. So we'll have to follow this closely through the week. But it seems like we're starting off with some good signs.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.